Okay, hello, my fellow FOAs. So, last night, most of y'all have already seen my post from last night. I was up, I'm always up really late in the early morning, late night, you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. But, I think the first post I saw was actually on YouTube when I was scrolling to, see if anything, to watch before I went to bed. And I was like, the first picture I think I saw was the back of Steven's head, and I was just like, no, scratch that. It was actually a picture of Schweibel and his longer kind of wavy kind of hair. Color wise, it's not much different from what we already seen him do. We've seen him do gray, we've seen him do a little bit a blonde, we've seen him do a ash color, but just the perm-ish way, or I think it was more a wave, right? Long length of it was very different. I was like, oh, did they did everyone who changed hair colors and everything, right? So me, I ran to X to go look to see if anyone had posted anything, and sure enough, the next picture I saw was the back of Steven's head, and I'm just like, whose head is this? With the orange patches, splotches, whatever you want to call it. And everyone was like, oh, it's Steven. I'm like, Steven. I'm like, oh my god, because I'm trying to think of who else has had hair like that. I feel it's very reminiscent to not the patches of orange, random places of orange, highlights of orange. But I think a lot of people have done black and then had some blonde highlights here and there, which is the first person that comes to mind is Mark from NCT. The other person that I think has done maybe something similar to that with because I think it's I think he got a crew cut in a way because his hair is a little bit shorter. But I think Intact from P1 Harmony, so it reminded me more of Intact for sure. I was like, oh, it looks good on him. I liked it. I was just not expecting none of us were expecting them to do a sudden change, but it just means that they're either in the middle or have already started filming the MV or have already finished filming the MV and the album. But yeah, so I saw that, and then I saw Juwon. Y'all, when I tell you that I silently screamed in my room when I saw Juwon's hair, because I was like, oh my god, obviously it's still kind of the orangey peachy, but it's just a little bit more pink. But the way that his length on the back and the short of the front, I died. I legit died. I was like, oh my god, he looks so good. I love his hair. His hair is probably my favorite one so far out of the members who did get to change it. And then I did see Woongi's is more a burgundy red. I don't think I've seen him do that hair color, but it looked nice. Overall, I'm happy with who got to change their hair color. I would want to see a little bit more, but obviously they don't always change everyone's hair. It just depends on, I guess, who they want to highlight more, or who they think would suit a certain because they always do a shop test or whatever, or probably talk about the concept of the MV, and they're probably oh, okay, who they probably end up choosing who they want to change their hair color and all that. But I'm happy. I'm excited, y'all. I am excited for whatever the combat concept is gonna be, because I honestly don't know what to expect now that we're seeing I feel it might be a little bit more stronger concept, but who knows? We could be. I'm just saying it just based off Steven and Juwon's haircut, because it's giving a little bit more edgier, but we shall see. But anyways, so I am going to be watching their performance at the WoW CN Festa that happened yesterday. So luckily I was able to find someone who a couple accounts that screen recorded the actual I guess live stream of, because they did both Rendezvous and Universe. So I saw someone who screen recorded both, and then I also gonna be but then I also went ahead and found someone who has a FanCam. I think it's an official either a news outlet or just a fan account, but they also it's a fan cam of it, so of the full members. So I'm okay, I'm gonna be watching that afterwards, just in case if the camera work for the official stream lets me down, because I feel it's always a hit or miss sometimes. But anyways, I am excited to watch. I do know that also that Woongi and it's gonna be Locky doing the iconic Chije part. So I'm curious to see. I think it makes sense in a way. I get it, because we were just no one would be able to handle if Steven and JL did it, or if what's it called? I think Hanos was the other one maybe that they said would not be able to handle it, or I'm not entirely sure, but I think there was a good well, I haven't seen it, but we're gonna see how it is differently. But I think it's a good that they chose them too. But yeah, just we're just gonna go ahead and watch. And I also will say that I am kind of sad that this is their first event without Cheum, but I'm just hoping that he's resting and taking the time and not really hoping that he's not like thinking like too much or like in a bad space, because you know sometimes when you have to take a hiatus and then you kind of see like your members are still doing their what's it called, their events and everything without you, you kind of feel like you're letting down the group in a way. But I just hope that he's, you know, taking care of himself, like he's not like that this is far from like he's not like, I feel like he, you know, when you're taking a break, you should, this is the last thing you should be thinking about, you know, like think about, focus on yourself and like resting. But anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and watch, y'all. Also, I did see that like the floor was wet, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. I was having a conversation with my friend about it today, my bestie, today earlier, cause like I feel like you can't tell with the darker colored pants, but the khakis and the light colored jeans, like, oh, Jungwoo did his part. Okay, let me go back. I was in the middle of talking. Cause I'm wondering who else was gonna do his parts as well. It's a little bit off, I think, from the recording. It's like lagging, but it's fine. The camera work already. I'm so glad I queued up a fan cam after this because they didn't get as close as usually how Chide does it, but oh yeah, I feel like that's like, oh, I want to bring up real quick. I think it's probably like really hard. I think they probably did it, either they did like a test with every member, or they did it based on like what position they are like currently in that formation, because I think it probably would have been a lot easier like that they're not, you know, it's not someone who's like in the back after that part, because then they have to go running to their spot. So it probably made sense for, you know, for Woongi to do it, because, you know, he goes in the middle whenever it's El Capitan like having that one line in it, like, you know what I mean, like in the center. So then he like immediately after doing that, like he goes to the center. But I'm like, well, like their backs and they're all wet. But yeah, like the show must go on, but like that sucks. this shot. I think it looks a lot more orangier here, but like in the pictures that I saw, it looks a lot more pink for Juwon's hair. Oh, so I think Steven did his part. Okay. Overall, the first part already. Y'all, this camera work already getting me mad. Like, this is gonna be another moment of me just crashing out at the end over the camera work for this, because why? Like, this cameraman was lost, like, filming, like, the group of the members that are not even having the person that's in the middle of doing their part or singing currently, and they're over here filming the other, like, why? Why? Also, I feel so bad for them that they had to, like, they couldn't, you know, I guess they didn't have time to, you know, like, wipe down the stage before, or I don't know if it was raining previously and then, like, it stopped, because it doesn't look like it's raining here, but we shall see in the fan cam. But if it had already stopped raining and they had, like, an extra couple of seconds, they could have easily, like, you know, like, at least wiped down some of the water, because you guys don't know, but I feel like, or y'all know, but it's a hazard. Like, that's a safety hazard. That's, like, if it's wet and, like, if it's that wet that, like, their clothes are, like, getting that wet, like, or, like, that, like, what's it called? Soaking wet, even if it's just, like, a little bit, like, that's a safety hazard. If they're dancing on that and they, like, are doing a move, they could easily, like, slip and hurt themselves. So I'm just, like, because, like, there's been groups that I have seen, like, end up, like, in the pouring, like, rain. And I'm like, okay, like, it works sometimes because, like, the song, like, fits, like, they make it work, right? But it's still dangerous, is my thing. But it doesn't look like it's raining anymore, so I'm like...
Yeah. Sweet fantasy. Yeah.
Also, to be, like, dancing with, like, a wet back, wet butt, like, is... the worst, I feel like. Oh, like there's only 3. Lights me up, sun under the rainbow pops, and I got something good, da da da, 소년의 forever now. 가끔은 내가 된 순간 왔어 거들 수 있게 나는 내가 기대게 그것은 뭐라고도 외롭도 꿈을 그 위로 top we will see cause you know what we did top please don't stop 난 누구의 시작 I'ma take my shot 그 순간 그래가 끝났던 날 믿음에 나도 젖을 때처럼 이제 모여 함께 따뜻한 물의 속을 잡을까 we fall we rise 더 높이 올라봐 나 할게 we 방향을 함께 먹고 서로에게 위를 달려갈 거야 너와 내가 나의 lights me up 손 안 떨어 rainbow pops 하늘에서 빛은 더 그렇다고 네가 걸어서 여기서 한 외닥으로 그곳이 야! Did we like, cameraman, do you just have, like, your favorites? Like, I'm, like, generally curious, like, because every time it's not the person singing, you're capturing someone else. Like, Yeah. Please. Oh, please. Like, you have to be joking. You have to be joking. Like, you're kidding me, right? Like, where was it? There was like, it was like, like, what are you filming up there? His hand is already gone. Like, and then why are you filming like this side, like instead of this? Oh God. We're just gonna move on to the fan cam, y'all. I don't want to like spend a whole like chunk of the time complaining again, because you already like know that I'm upset about what that camera work was. Like, I just want to always give them the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes like they do a good job, but other times I'm just like, what is this? Like, where is this water though? Like, I see like a little bit, but like they're all. I felt so bad because I saw the video that someone like did like actual like more closer up fan cam, where they're kind of just laughing it off, but also like, oh God, like it's wet, like it's not fun. It's not fun. Lucky for them, I think they're wearing docks, so I think those are more slip resistant. But even so, like even then, like even if it says slip resistant, like you can still end up falling or tripping on water, like. Oh, he's singing. Oh, like I love Juwon's hair so much. Like, I don't know what it is, but I love this haircut on him. He looks cute, but like I love like the, you know what it is probably? You know what it is? I love a good wolf cut, but the only person that I know to like to like nail it, or like a mullet kind of style, or, like there's only two people I know that can nail it. Like Taeyoung from NCT 127 or NCTU, like, or the other person that I'm thinking of is Nicholas from Anteam. Like that, like I said, that's my bias. That's my for that group, and like that's his signature style. They always give him like a wolf cut where it has like the longer in the back. So if anyone is able to pull it off, like I immediately like I love it, and I think it looks great on him. Like it's my favorite haircut, y'all. With like the peachy color, like chef's kiss. Like 감사합니다, like hairstylist name. Thank you. You did that. I just realized that it was also Wongi doing the part. See, like even their ankles are wet. Oh my God. But I just realized it was also Wongi doing the beginning part of it. You know what I was thinking actually? You know, what if the actual, like, maybe it's not just like, it's one of those stages that like, you know, like they have like the tiles. What if it's like a carpeted and that's why it's soaking wet? I take back what I said. Because if it's that, then I'm like, there's really nothing you can do about it. But if it was like a tile thing, like, then it would be an issue. But I feel like also, like, even if it's like a carpeted thing, I feel like sometimes it can like get clumped up and that's also kind of like a safety hazard. But I take it back. But it still sucks. They were not prepared for rain, for sure. That's always the bad thing about like these summer like outdoor like festivals that they do. All I can say is that I'm happy that it's not pouring rain during the actual set. Yeah, I think it's like a carpeted. I just saw the carpet like move a little bit. I I will say like they did a pretty good job though, like minus one member. Yeah, I think that's why they ended up giving him the part, because like he can just walk to where he is usually. 저 하늘이 뜬 눈에 빛이 아피카쇼 멀리서도 들을 수 있게 둥글신 외분의 꿈에서 생각할수록 아픈데 또 나랑 달려 말도 더 이상 안아줘 기장이 여기저기서 전화 너 되러와 난 Oh baby I just say it's too be late oh I feel like a lot of people's inner ears are falling out. 언제 안그 소라로 맘이 다르게 속에 hold me back, lost in a dream and falling fast. 또 그리는 것만 같아. 노래는지 몰라도 I feel the same. We are. Did they leave? It sounded like they left Chetan's part in there. Hold on. Let me go back. In a way, I thought it was Steven who's singing it, but it sounded like it was still Chetan's part in there. Yeah, you see what I mean? I think they split Chetan's parts by who was closer in the formations, maybe, because like, you know, Steven has like a lot of the center part, like in this thing, so it's not like gonna be chaos for him to be like, if it's someone from like the outer back like line to like be in that center part and then run back to their thing. So I think they did it out of convenience for sure. I mean, I still like that they who they chose to give like his parts to, like distribute it. But I definitely they think they went the route to like make it more convenient and more easier for them to still move around without anyone like bumping into each other or like running to their spot, which is, like I said, it's always, you know, it's sad whenever, you know, when you have like a member missing, because you kind of like, oh, like who's gonna get, I know a lot of people were like talking about like, oh, well, who's gonna do like the parts or his parts or do like the iconic moment. But I think it worked out. I think they also did great, like whoever, like vocally as well. Sometimes like it's a little bit hard. Sometimes it can be hard whenever you're missing a member, like you're missing a member in the formations, because like if you haven't practiced, that is. So I'm pretty sure they probably had to rush to practice this, you know, because it hasn't been that long since they announced that Chetan was gonna be on hiatus. But I think they did well, is my thing. Like I think they were able to like make it seem like that they're not missing a member, even though we know, you know. But yeah, I will say, like, what else did I want to talk about? Like, obviously, like, this is way better. I like this fan cam way better than the camera work of the other one, because we get to actually see everyone and not whatever that was. But yeah, again, I think this is like a carpeted thing, and it's like wet for sure, because like you can see like their monitors are also covered, or cameras are covered right here where it probably rained. The other thing I want to talk about, like, hair color. I think for Daisuke, I think they actually maybe like toned his hair a little bit, because it does look a little bit different. Schweibo's, I think his hair colors are the exact same. I think the only thing that they did is maybe they did like a perm, or like they kind of curled it, or like, you know, did more waves in it, which I do like. Yeah, now that I look at Steven's hair, like, it's definitely giving me more intact from P1 Harmony when he did the same kind of hair. It's like a crew cut in a way. I think they just try to act, they probably add a little bit more textured so it would stand out more. But I think with Steven's like features, like since he's like so like angular, and like he has like these cheekbones, and like his eyes, like the way that they are like very fox-like, kind of like a glaring in a way, I think it looks good on him, because it gives him more like of an edge and makes him look a little bit more like, it fits like his features, what I want to say. So I really do like his. Woongi obviously like love the length on him. Like his hair's gotten a little bit longer now, and like I said, this wine color I love a good like dark like burgundy red. But I think still for me like the cake like for me it's Juwon. Juwon looks great. I really was like shocked with his hair for sure. Oh, we like.
네, 아홉의 무대 만나봤습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수 보여주시기 바랍니다. 앞쪽으로 나와서 하겠습니다.
They're having like a question like meant kind of like interview thing.
네, 아홉의 무대 만나봤고요.
네, 먼저 스테이지 W 팬분들께 인사 부탁드릴게요.
네, 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요, 아홉입니다. 네. 야, 첫 무대를 우리 아홉이 열어줬는데요. 열기가 더욱더 뜨거워졌습니다.
네, 맞습니다. 방금 불러주신 데뷔곡으로 뮤직뱅크 1위까지 차지했었죠.
I think they just said like, oh yeah, they're like a hot like incoming group is what it sounded like to me.
네. 저희 아홉의 진짜 매력은 서로의 색이 모여 하나가 되는 시너지라고 생각합니다. 네, 그리고 저희만큼이나 매력이 넘치는 곳이 있다고 하는데요. 그 바로 충남. 네. 올해 충남 방문의 해라고 합니다.
아름다운 서해 바다의 자연부터 맛있는 음식들이 가득하다고 하는데요. 올해는 충남이 더 세계에서 사랑받는 관광 도시가 되길 기대하고 있습니다.
네, 저는 아홉의 다음 무대도 정말 기대가 됩니다. 다음 곡 준비해주세요.
여러분 준비 되셨나요? 스티븐 형 다음 노래 소개해 주세요.
네, 저희 다음에 들려드릴 곡은 저희의 수록곡인 파란 학교 초록잔디 빨간 운동화입니다. 네, 들려드리겠습니다.
They're like back on the wood floor again. Oh, I feel so bad for them. I hate this and it's wet. Like it's probably like so gross, you know what I mean? Cuz like they're also stepping on it and like everyone has been stepping on it and then you have like this wet like dirty water. Sweet fantasy. But like they say the show must go on under whatever circumstances. And also it's just grateful that it's not pouring down. That's the thing. Like at least for that like magic. I can't wait it. Did this hear a dog bark? Yep, there's a dog barking. How cute. We rise, we will be you can see the empty space right here. So don't let the rainbow pops. Forever now. Damn, with the next stop, ain't I'm gonna freak out. Gonna dance 순간. gonna go so I wanna make it. 나는 wanna 기대기. 그렇게 보는 것도 we don't talk. But nigga we don't have. But nigga sneakers up. You know what we did hot, so please don't stop. The movie 시작, I'ma take my shot. My shot. 너는 속을 가득 개처럼 되게 모여간 것 같으자 그 거리 속에 잡을까 We fall, we rise 더 높이 올라봐 나 할 길 위 밝은 어원하게 먹고 사랑의 길 위에 달려갈 거야 내게 나의 lights me up So don't let it rainbow pops Some people not to know 그다지 길을 걸어서 오늘 서감을 낸 그거 그날 시연을 낼 거야 Sweet fantasy, yeah. Sweet fantasy. Cute. Yeah, you can see like some of them, like there's still some like spacing issues, obviously, because like they're missing a member, so they like forget that they have to get closer. But it's like not like super noticeable. It's just like tidbits here and here that yeah, I can see. Oh, that's it. Good. Like they just walk off. They don't even get to say. Okay. I was gonna say like that was abrupt. I feel like usually they like say like, oh, this has been like this has been AHOF, bismillah, and then they walk off. But I guess they're just like, oh, it's it. That's it. Okay. I will say though, like I'm hoping also that this black carpet didn't stain the clothes, especially like the khaki or the white, because like you know sometimes like black material rubs off like this black like stuff on it, like especially if it's like wet, like the dye comes off. So I'm hoping for the sake of the stylist that didn't happen, because you know sometimes they like borrow these clothes and like obviously like if they're destroyed like that, it's like sad and it sucks. Like I think I'm just still not over like that it's wet. I know like it's something that they can't really do anything about because like it rained and they probably weren't planning on it or it just like happened. But as long as they didn't get hurt, and like I said, as long as they weren't like completely like dancing in the pouring rain, because like that's the worst thing you could do. That's how you get sick too. But like I said, they did a great job really like filling in the spaces where they needed to be, like even for like such a short notice of like practicing for this, because obviously like they were probably rehearsing for a while and like have been used to like the 9 together. So when you when you're missing a member, it's a little bit harder when you're like trying to rework the formations, rework the spacing. So I think they're obviously like here and there you can tell like they're like, oh wait, we need to get closer, but it's not like super like noticeable where you're just like, oh my god, like oh, like you know what I mean. Like obviously like we really miss Cheon because like it's not the same with only 8 of them, right? But I think they were able to like do it well enough to like, and obviously like forever how long the hiatus is gonna be, like they're gonna have to like get used to like reformatting everything, specifically for the what's it called, for their collab with Close Your Eyes. It's gonna happen like if he's still gonna be like gone for that as well, then it's gonna be a little bit harder. Like they probably have to like re-go over all of that, and I feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder as well because they do have more. They have like what I think Close Your Eyes has like 7 members, like 9, like 15 to 16 like as a group total, right? So it's gonna be like a lot to be reworking that whole like they probably are doing practices, like probably have to do like a practice more, right, for that. But I feel like it's gonna be like having to be a little bit more tedious in that aspect of them like having to fix that spacing as well. So like it's like I said, it's always a shame whenever they end up like losing like a member, or like you know, a member goes on a hiatus, like, which is not like, obviously it's like not their fault, you know, it's always best to put themselves first, but it's just also like there is like a little bit of like struggle and worry about it, because then you're like you're not complete, and then like it does affect, like you wouldn't think it doesn't, but like it really does like affect the whole performance, because like I said, with the choreography of like with the singing of who's gonna get those person's parts, with the like spacing, if you're like making sure like that it doesn't look like you're missing a member, even though there is gonna be ultimately a space where that person was, because someone doesn't fill in that spot. It's just like having to rework like how close they are together. But anyways, like I said, they did a good job. Like I'm happy that we got to like, I'm sure everyone was really happy to get to see them with their new looks, obviously, because you know I don't think any of us were expecting them to like have a full-on hair change like when they haven't been, because they just came back from China not that long ago, right? So like we were like, oh, they went immediately like probably the day after they were like, okay, we gotta start, we're already like in the middle of like prepping for like shop testing, you know, and like we gotta like see what we're gonna do about like concept wise, like hair colors and all that. So that's crazy. Like they kept it under wraps really good, because you know sometimes when it comes to like hair changes, if they have events, sometimes most of the time they'll end up like wearing beanies, wearing like hats when they're in the middle of that coloring process to hide that it's happening. But I think they're like, oh, you know, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna like we have an event. We can't necessarily hide our hair, kind of like how Close Your Eyes did for one of their festivals like recently a couple days ago. Like we already know that they have colored their hair as well, because I think Minwook and Yojun are MCs for a show. So what's it called? Minwook like came out with red hair, and we're just like, oh my god, like his hair's dyed. That means like comeback is around the corner. So like it's always the leeway, or the it's always the sign that the comeback is coming for sure. So like and that being said, like for them, like they had an event, right? And well, three of the members like showed that they had blonde hair in like a post. It's like, oh my god, like basically teasing the fandom. But then when they went and like I think they finally had their actual finalized hair colors, they were all trying to hide it with like a cap or like a beanie for this like cover contest fest that they were at. And I'm just like, we all know that y'all colored your hair, like, but I guess they want to keep it under wraps. But like I said, for them, I like that they're like, oh, we're like gonna full on like show you like this is our new hair colors, like, because you know like it's always like funny how like they try to like groups try to hide the hair, like the new like hair. But because you know they're always like either like sometimes they'll like spray it with like a fake color, or they'll like I said hide it with like a hat. But I think for here, like you can't really like, you could try to like style it with the hat, but I don't think it would fully do the concept justice of what like how they're like schoolboy kind of like, you know, that kind of concept that they're doing. I don't think it would fit with it. So I'm glad that they like actually were like, you know what, we're just gonna like, we're teasing the fandom by, you know, showing off the new members' hair colors, because it's us getting closer and like prepping for the comeback. But anyways, I'm excited when that drops. Also, I am excited for Close Your Eyes' and AHOF's collab stage. I'm really excited for that. I will be reacting to it like I told y'all when it comes out, like the day after that it happens, right? But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.